See everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate.
Look at that. Look at
Hey.
that.
Not your time. Didn't think twice. Knew the money fast.
What up, though?
Hey. Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday, y'all?
It's Wednesday.
It's
hump day.
Wednesday.
What's going on, good people?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Happy to see you guys today. I'm so happy to see y'all.
Listen, I know them viewers gonna be happy you back.
What's up?
Message and pinged. Is everything okay, man? Don't ask me nothing.
Listen, hop right in them DMs. I'll be trying to tell them.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
Knox is Mr. Come Through. Mr. Come Through, Mr. Right on Time.
I'm working on it.
No, it's inside. we here at Is It Wednesday Yet? Understand what I mean? That was right. That was kind of player. That's what I'm saying, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Right on time.
Doing the best I can, brother.
Man, you kind of go above and beyond at times. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, listen. What they say? You only good as your last game, Butler.
Hey.
Ain't that,
all right?
Ain't that what they say?
They say. That's what they say. So, how's y'all week been?
You know, I mean, you know what? I can't say it's been a bad week. It's just been, it's just been. But it's Wednesday. This day always makes me happier and gives me a bit more joy, especially seeing y'all. So,
oh yeah,
it's better now.
I do what I can do when I can do it.
I feel like the week going forward now is going to be much better.
Absolutely, and
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. So, I've in my 40s. I'm into wine drinking now.
Oh, this is interesting.
Listen, Butler. I've turned a new leaf. You got to come hang out.
Okay.
Since I've last hung out with you.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
we're overdue.
Yeah,
we're overdue. But I drink wine now, right? But here's my thing about drinking wine. So I'm not the typical wine guy, right? Like I'm not coming to the wine party trying to do wine people stuff. That ain't what I do, right? Like I do things the way that I do them.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell y'all. Butler will tell you. I like to make my own soda at the house, right? It's one of the things I'm very proud of. I make my own soda at the house with spring water.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, Butler, listen, I done started mixing these flavored waters with this wine, Butler.
So you got
with the wine?
Listen,
you got concoctions
before you make that facial wine, you might want to come over here and see what's going on behind the curtain. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. So what kind of wine? What kind of wine do you like, Scott? Like, are you a dark wine? Do you like white wine, sweet wine, dry wine?
I'm only into like sweet stuff.
Okay. Okay.
I've always been like a dessert wine dude. Now, bless you, because I don't eat meat no more. Like I have no desire for red wines and nothing like that because they always say those are good with steaks and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I have no desire for red wines, but I get like either like rosés or I get like flavored Moscatos, and I mix them with the little, you know what I'm saying, put the little razzle dazzle on them.
Yeah,
you say razzle
and
is that what you're sipping on right now?
It's just you know what I'm saying, it's some Canada Dry. That's what that is. That's Canada Dry.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing.
United States wet, Canada Dry.
That's what he said it is. That's what it is.
I mean, now, brother, I might be a lot of things, man, but a storyteller's not one of them, brother.
Yeah,
you sure about that?
I said Butler. I didn't say wine. Okay, you mind your business.
You've been known to kind of stretch the, the rims of reality.
Wow. She know you, man. Y'all known each other longer.
I can argue with her, but I'm gonna keep them skeletons where they at. I'm gonna keep them deep but way behind the shoe boxes. I'm gonna leave
the old shoebox back there that can't nobody see. They can't see what's in there.
Hey, the one that you hold all your valuables in. Yeah.
Keep your important stuff in there.
Hey, that's the equivalent to the black safe. The shoebox behind the shoeboxes. That is the black safe.
The shoebox behind the
shoebox. Man.
Black people safe right there. We done all did it.
Yeah.
We done all did it. We done all put something valuable in the shoebox and put it in a whole stack of shoeboxes.
Right.
I know I have.
I know I have too. That's wild.
Is that okay? I ain't gonna even do it because y'all gonna go for 20 minutes going off on this. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Keep it to myself.
Because you ain't never. What you was gonna say?
Because you know, but they ain't got no traps in Wichita Falls.
How they do it down in Wichita?
Wait, listen. That's why I love Butler right there, because that brow said everything. Y'all hear me? That man said, Is that what you think? Okay, then I'm not going, because I know people. I ain't saying
nothing. Nothing.
I ain't gonna be on the first 48, the second 48. None of them 48.
Only 48 they dealing with me is my jersey on the number on my jersey. That's about it.
That I'm still waiting on.
With. Okay,
my birthday is July 20th. If you want to send me one, I'll take it.
Okay, I got you.
I'm still waiting. 48 Butler. 1X is cool. I just need a 1X now. I'm down to 1X.
Okay, 1X.
I'm saying, come on with that 1X. So I can show the world these shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So all I got is these shoulders. That's it. That's it. Hit him with the the shoulders.
Y'all silly. Y'all are silly.
So he say he getting in that hula shape. And what you say you was gonna put on? You was gonna get the beads or something? Remember when you was talking about?
Oh man, you what? Big Belly Wednesday? Listen, you better get it for us. Medium Belly Wednesdays.
You say medium belly.
I'm slimming down, man. We got to what they call that? We got to cut employees. I got belly layoffs.
Belly layoffs.
Belly layoffs. You know what I'm saying?
New. That's new.
Okay.
Yeah. We got belly layoffs.
Thanks, God. All right, Scott for to be out here, Lord. Y'all stay out this man DMs, okay?
Giving them these shoulders. Come get these shoulders.
Trying to create everything.
Come get these shoulders.
Give him a look. Give him a look. Give him a look. Bow.
Dr. Ray Nitty. Bow. You know what I'm saying?
No, oh, y'all silly. So
what's
today,
happening?
Y'all, I figured we'll watch this video, get a reaction, see what the people think, see what y'all think.
Let's do it. Let's jump into it.
Drop it on us.
My fiance tried to exclude my daughter from my wedding, so I called it off. I'm 45 years old, and I have a daughter named Bella who's 11 years old. I had her in a previous relationship with my ex-wife. We got divorced on good terms, and we split custody. Now, I started dating again, and that's when I met Sammy. Me and Sammy were together for 4 years, and then I proposed. Now, Sammy and my daughter Bella get along very well. So, after I proposed to Sammy, she started planning the venues and where we was going to get married, and she started inviting bridesmaids, and then she mentioned to me that she wanted a flower girl. Now, my 11-year-old baby girl Bella would be perfect. So I said, okay, great. Bella can be the flower girl. She then gave me a weird look. And then she said Bella wouldn't fit. So I said, well, Bella's going to be in our wedding one way or another. So we can try to fit her in somewhere because she needs to be in the wedding. My fiance then told me that she's going to be responsible for all the women in the wedding. And my daughter wouldn't be one of them. So I told her, either my daughter Bella is in the wedding or there won't be no wedding at all. So think carefully about what you do. And after that, I got my daughter and we left. I took her to go get some ice cream. Now my daughter knows that I'm getting married. So she said, I think I look great in whatever dress Sammy gets me. Excited for the wedding. This broke my heart, knowing that Sammy don't even want her to be in it. So I text her and I said, hey, I'm going to be staying with a friend for a few days. I need to think this through. After that, I get a text from my mother-in-law. I get a text from her mother saying that I'm overreacting, that my daughter doesn't need to be in the wedding, and that I'm making a big deal out of this. Also, I'm being a jerk by threatening to call it off because my daughter won't be in it. So after that, I went back home. And I seen my mother-in-law sitting outside of her car across the street. So I did my best to get out of the car and not be noticed by her. That way I don't have to speak to her. So I went in the house to talk to my fiance. And I asked her, I seen her in the kitchen, sitting down at the dining room table. I asked her, why does my daughter not fit the part? And why do you not want my daughter in the wedding? And her answer shocked me to my core. She said, I was hoping that after we got married, you will become one of those holiday only type dads, that you will only see your daughter a few times out of the year. I didn't want her in the wedding because I didn't want any photos of her around the house, knowing that she won't be around as often anymore. I calmly took her hand and slid that ring off of her finger. She started tearing up. I told her, by tomorrow, all of your stuff needs to be going out of my house. And you need to do it while my daughter's not here. She ran out of the house crying, begging for me to forgive her. We were supposed to go on our honeymoon in Hawaii. I guess me and Bella will be going on that Hawaii trip together.
So
I don't even know. I mean, this is almost too easy, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think this is almost too easy.
Yeah.
This is almost too simple. I mean, now there are a couple of things that stick out to me, in regards to excuse me, at the wire, in regards to him speaking on the situation. I think the first thing that sticks out to me is I have to wonder, like, how long they had been dating, because I feel like usually that has to be, there's got to be some type of sign, some type of flag, right? Like if your wife expects you to stop seeing your daughter. But I guess the thing,
I can't even keep that. He say, bro. He said, I'd expect the dad to stop seeing his daughter. I'm just, bro. I can't even.
Are you saying that he said that she said they were together for 4 years? He said 4 years they were together.
Okay, so I missed that.
Yeah,
they were together for 4 years.
In 4 years,
that means your daughter was 7. So 7 to 11.
I'm looking at him funny.
He didn't realize that this woman didn't like his daughter. Like, you clearly should have seen in 4 years that this woman did not like your daughter and didn't really want her around. So,
and it's just not so. Because here's the thing: the reason is because I don't want her in any pictures.
Yeah, but basically, she said, "I don't want her in any pictures." I don't.
Okay, but
and I was hoping.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
And I was hoping that after we got married, you wouldn't even have her around.
I don't want her in any pictures. Is where we ain't got to go past that. So it wasn't like, I really was hoping to have, my sister who passed, her niece, and that something. It's a problem that you even saying that, but I'm trying to think of what would I even listen to that would kind of equate something very sentimental then we could, well, you know, and that ain't no way. It'd just be 2 flower girls. You know what I'm saying? God dang, more flowers, more love, right? So
it just sounds like she don't like the little girl to me. Like this, she's an issue. Like, I don't want your daughter in our wedding.
Okay,
that
so
is wild.
Here's the first thing I gotta say.
it may not even be not the daughter, it's the I want you to myself. That could be a concept. But go ahead.
The thing is that she knew this man had a child when he proposed to her. You know what I mean? Like, she knew he had a child from the get-go. It's not like this child just appeared. Okay. And now it's a problem for her.
Hold on. Shawan, you gotta help me out. I need your help. I need your expertise. I need your womanly expertise here, and I'm being dead ass serious.
Okay.
So just in nature alone, right? Mm-hmm. The way that things are supposed to work, they're supposed to be balanced, right? Hunter-gatherer, nurturer, right? What kind of nurturer don't want you to take care of your kids?
She's not one. Some women just aren't.
Now, how can a relationship, how can you get the most out of somebody who's not nurturing?
You can't. My thing is, how did they even get to that point where they were actually about to get married? Like, how did you not realize this about her before?
I think it's, to her, she trash. She trash.
Yeah, she out of order. Like, she got some issues.
So the thing that I'm really trying to decipher is, sir, how could you not realize this is something that she would want and desire?
Exactly.
I will say this. I've come across people in my time who I feel like can't be by themselves. Y'all know people like that?
Yeah.
They call codependence.
Well, no. I mean, like you, and I'm saying male or female. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always,
like they've always been with somebody. Like, they cannot be single. They always got to have a partner.
I got friends for sure. It's easier for me to think of males because I have more male friends than female friends. But I for sure got male friends like that I know that have never been single, that I've known for like 15 years. And I'm saying never.
Yeah.
But and it's been multiple different people, or they've been in long monogamous relationships.
They've been in monogamous situations, but like one after the other.
Like 2 years.
However, I mean, yeah, sometimes, right? But the thing is this, I feel like right when you are in those type of situations, it's very easy to be with somebody for 2 years and not really be paying attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you so caught up in everything else, you're not paying attention to the shit you don't want to see.
True. The honeymoon phase does last about 12 to 18 months.
Because I think if it's a kid involved, though, I think it kind of changes it shifts the dynamic of it. Especially, it seems like he's a very involved father, so the child is around.
Well, that's true. Let me introduce this little wrinkle. You don't have to agree or not, but when you're in relationships, now he said 4 years, so that this would not apply, but you can miss some things when you're in the honeymoon phase, because when you meet someone and y'all like each other, oxytocin is being released in the brain and dopamine is being released in the brain. And it definitely changes the function of your brain. So that's why people miss red flags or things that may be subtle that may really need to be discussed can slip through the cracks, especially if the person is being deceitful or whatever. And you don't even realize this, that that thing where we will the thing we want, we will convince ourselves that it's right or it's okay, even though it may not be. That's a real thing. And that physical impact on you in relationships, especially in new relationships, lasts for about 12 months to 18 months. It's really a physiological, psychological change in how you view things, how you sense things. So a lot can get past, but he kind of blew his station up when he said, we've been together 4 years. Because it wears off. Think about that. 2 years to 3 years, because then people try to fight a little longer because they've been in it so long.
Right.
But it wears off and you really start seeing Now,
But
they boo boo didn't stink when they was in the bathroom. But now you like, dang, what you have? Cabbage?
Brother, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this real quick. Do you think though, like, isn't it almost kind of red flaggish that after 4 years he could just walk away from it?
Yeah, something is missing. Like there's something.
I would say, okay, go ahead, Adrian.
Go ahead, because he asked you a question.
What I would say is no, because it was pertaining to his child. That'll give me the umption to make a change, to make a move
as the protector
that I wouldn't make. And I say that from firsthand experience.
Yeah. I can respect that, especially as a protector. I just thought that maybe, like, I think that I'll say this, Butler. I know you said she's trash, but I'm gonna tell you where I would just give her 1 gold star.
Okay, that boy
she was honest. She was honest, and she was honest before the wedding.
But that's like the winner tripping at the end.
No.
And then they cross the line.
I want to give it to you
for telling it.
No,
she wasn't being honest.
Yeah, no, I want to give it to you for this reason, right? Because I feel like we don't give people enough credit for really saying how they feel sometimes.
Yeah, because she could have lied. I'll take that.
And I feel like most people, because I would have to say out of the billions of people on this earth and the how many ever millions of people or billions of people are in relationships, right? Like, I'm sure there is somebody's spouse who don't like their kids, right? And they didn't say it before the wedding. They ain't tell them straight up, like, hey, you know what? I was hoping your kids was really holiday kids. Right, but or imagine if he was a holiday dad, and then you want full custody, and now your wife looking at you like, hold on, dog, I ain't sign up for
that. The whole thing changed when they said, "Well, they got to move in." Wait, what?
Hey,
they give a Snoopy
Shawan, if you date can we say holiday dad? Is that legit, or is that like really disrespectful?
No, it's legit. It's a lot of holiday dads. It's a lot of dads.
So
that fit in that.
Shawan, if you were, and I'm not saying it's a negative thing to be a holiday dad. That could just be the arrangement, right? No, I mean that sincerely, because meaning that, like, let's say if your child is in one state and you're in another, and you only see, like, for example, my youngest daughter lives in another state. I see her in the summer. I see her on holidays, so I guess technically I'm a holiday dad, right? So if I'm a holiday dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship with a guy that's a holiday dad, and then like he ends up getting like full custody of his kids, are you obligated as his, like, should we go far as wife? I don't know, as a partner. Are you obligated as a partner?
Let's pose it like this:
as a wife,
as a girlfriend, as a fiance,
as a partner.
As a partner.
Okay. Well, don't try to one up us here. Don't do us like that. Because that was like.
Okay, am I obligated to what?
Like, are you obligated to fight through that? Because that's not the situation you technically. I'm saying that's not the situation you signed up for.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, from this angle, like, if I don't include you on the decision to do it.
Oh, so you open,
right? Like, I'm just saying, like, for whatever.
So you're
reason,
saying like we live together, like our lives are intertwined to the point where.
See, that's why I was saying
this would greatly affect our relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, we talking what, like 3-4 years, right? Like, how long is long enough?
Hold on.
Contemplate.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm asking too many questions, brother. I'm sorry.
No, it's too. No, it's turned into a spider web. It's just too many.
Too much. There's too many options.
So that's.
It's been 3 or 4 years. Okay, I get what you're saying.
So let's say you've been in a long-term committed relationship, but you're a girlfriend. You're a girlfriend. So you get to set the rule right here in this scenario. So if you're a girlfriend, you know how long you would be a girlfriend. So we're going to use a timetable. You would be like, I accept being a girlfriend with a guy this long. Go to the longest date that is. That's how long y'all be together, okay?
Okay.
Now, under those circumstances, you're just a girlfriend. You haven't been proposed to yet.
Right.
And he comes to you, but you spend a lot of time over there, or y'all may even live together at this point. Let's say you live together at this point. And then he's been visiting, the child visits. Now the child has to move in. Are you obligated to roll with that?
Not obligated to roll with it.
That was the way that Knox posed it, so I didn't want to go.
Not obligated. No, not obligated to do it. I mean, if it doesn't fit your ideal of what your relationship is or what you want,
okay,
then you're not obligated.
She gonna spill over. Wait a minute. Now we're gonna go to tier 2.
I see what you're doing.
Hold on.
I see what you're doing.
Now you hit that timeline. I love you, and I want to be with you. I don't want to be with anyone else. He hits his knee. He has proposed, and y'all are engaged. Now you're engaged. Y'all intertwining lives. You know that this is the man you want. The baby been coming, or the child been coming. The 11-year-old been coming. But now the child has to move in. Are you obligated to roll with it now?
If you want to be with him, then yeah. If you're saying like, this is going to be my husband, I want to marry him, this is the man I want to marry, then you have to accept that his child that comes with him, that's part of his package. It's kind of the same thing with women with kids, right? Even though the situation is different, where it was just like, oh, now it's happening and you weren't expecting it to happen, rather with a man being with a woman that has her children, he knows they're there already. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, if that's the man that you want to marry, that's the one that you want, you probably already love that child anyway. You probably already look at that child like part of y'all life.
Out that's not always the case.
Well,
she didn't want to end up.
Yeah.
So hold on. Let's go the third tier. You kind of answered it already, but I want to complete the run. So now you accepted. You had the big day. And you're married. Because see, you said yes, but the word obligated was still in tow. But when you were just a girlfriend, you said, no, I'm not obligated. But I'm saying once you've made the decision it's going to be my man, then the obligation portion kicks in, which would automatically, and I think, apply if you are already married. You're saying yes, you're obligated to work with your partner, with your man, to do that. Okay, we got it. Okay, so those, I just wanted to decipher those scenarios and those points make a difference for you. I would, for our viewers, either now or later, I would love to hear the ladies what their criteria would be in those scenarios.
Yeah, that's why you have to be careful with who you start dating anyway. Like, if a man has small children, or children where a situation could like that. So you're a woman with no kids, but he has a child, and
that's always
you got to think about if you really want to date somebody who has a child. Do you want to do that? Like me, I have adult children. So for me, my ideal of dating a man with like small kids is not ideal for me. Like, that's just not ideal for me, because I want somebody who lifestyle kind of match mine. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't date a guy who has a small kid or has kids, because he might just be the right guy for me, and I can accept.
You better come with the funk in the beginning. She say that little toddler. If I see a baby, a car seat.
Oh, I ain't doing no toddlers. Listen.
I
asked a car seat.
Listen. Wait, so here's, hold on, wait. I gotta get it right now while it's hot. So
go ahead,
Shawan. I want to hear what that sound like. What sound like? Like, what would it sound like if dude you dating show up with the car seat?
No, we don't know before we even start dating if there's a car seat.
I'm just saying, like, curveball, right? 4 years in,
Wait.
What?
That boy Knox, boy.
No, listen. I'm just asking you.
Like him. Well, I don't know where he pulled that one from. That boy say,
so you made this baby while we was together. You got a person.
I think bringing the news of that, and I didn't know for 4 years. That's go kill the game. Everything else don't even matter.
What?
That boy.
Oh no, I wouldn't even know how to react to that.
His question was, what does that sound like? Go.
Like, yeah, what does that sound like though?
Like, that sound like baby, I'm gonna need some time to think. I need some time to think. Hold on, how old is this child? How old is this child for one? If it's in a car seat.
How long y'all been? Wait.
Like
he said we've been together.
Wait. How long y'all been? Well, how long did you say they have been together, Scotty?
4 years.
You have car seat up to like 4, 5, 6, right? Six.
No, the baby 4.
You go 6.
The baby 4?
Yeah, the baby 4.
He know
that's where it gets a little tricky because I mean, if we've been together 4 years and the baby 4, that means that baby was conceived 9 months before we got together, right?
9 months before?
Yeah, 9 months before. If the baby 4 we've been together for, it takes 9 months for a baby to be born.
Fast she did that math though. Did
you
see
that?
No, it would have been born. It would have been born.
She was like, "Well,
after y'all started dating,
X
right?
plus Y."
No, it would have been born right when we started dating. If the baby was 4 years old, so the baby was conceived 9 months prior. So I mean, the baby could have been conceived before us. He just didn't know. And then all of a sudden, the girl pop up and be like,
"Know the months." Now we got to go to calculating the months. And she would have done that very quick. So
I would have did that. Boom, 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 boom. I'd have broke that down.
What's the mama's name?
Oh, yeah, I'd have broke that down. Figured all that out.
You've been talking to her twice a week since we started. I remember her the second week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna calculate all that.
Yeah, you know what, y'all? I can't even lie. Like, I don't think I could do that. Like, I don't need personally. If I'm dating a dude and then all of a sudden he pop up talk about I got a 4-year-old.
Listen, I understand you can't do it. I want to know what it sound like. What through the line? Like, what is it? Immediate? Is it immediate? Like, hold on, time out.
No, come on.
Like,
yeah,
is it real? Like, does your inner Milwaukee come out and you like, hey, hold on, fam. Now, you know, do you start calling? Do you go to the fam on him? Like, hold on, fam. Now,
I'm like, wait a minute.
See, like, what does that sound like?
I'm gonna be like, I need details. Like, how old is this child? Then I'm gonna start asking these very specific questions so I can do the math and calculate what's going on. Okay. And then from there, based on what he tell me, I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what?
You know what's dangerous?
I'm gonna need a little minute. I'm gonna need a little minute to think. I need some time to think about this. I need to sleep on this a little bit.
Hey, Knox, you know what's dangerous about this? Adrian, and now I'm piecing a couple of other scenarios that she's commented on. And Adrian handles like those things where, like, you know, being angry, and most people would probably go off the handle probably a little sooner. Right. Adrian is like a slingshot. She's gonna ask questions because she already know the answer, but she's like, okay, and it's like a slingshot. So as she contemplates it and thinks about it, she's saying, wait, give me a second. Now let them come and ask one more question and don't accept her. No, I'm not okay. Then boom, she lets go, and then it's a David and Goliath situation. You end up with a rock in your forehead and you laid out on the floor.
Rock in your forehead.
Very analytical. The thing is that I'm very analytical though. Like, so I'm a type of person that's really gonna like think about things, and like I sometimes I really just need to take time.
Want the answers. You want the answers.
One time it took me 3 weeks to break up with somebody. I knew I was breaking up. Like, I knew I was ending the relationship the moment I made the decision. I just didn't do it for 3 weeks. And it wasn't because of anything in particular.
Hold on. Wait.
Take like 3 to 6 months.
Butler, you just took the question. Shawan, what I was gonna say, what's the longest you ever after you made that decision it took you to pull the trigger?
My bad.
What's the longest?
Probably like a couple months.
Where you knew it and you still let it go a couple months?
Yeah, probably like.
They feel like they still had hope.
Yeah, because they don't see it coming. They don't see it coming.
She say, "I hide it well."
Yeah, they don't see it coming.
I get it.
Cloak and dagger.
Hey man, more power to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna fly off and go all crazy. Like, I've had those moments when I was young, when I was married. That's when I used to fly off the handle. But nah, we don't do that no more.
Well, shoot, I know.
I think, go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say. Go ahead, Schwan.
I want to ask y'all, what would y'all ideal way of handling that situation if it happened to you? Say you were with a woman for 4 years, and then all of a sudden you get a bling, 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 bling. Hey, this your baby. You remember me? This your baby. We need to do a DNA test. You do the test, and it comes back as your baby. How would you guys handle that situation? Like, as men, having to accept the fact that now I have a child that I didn't know about, that I know for a fact is mine, that I now am responsible for, have to have a relationship with, and have to change my whole life or style around. And I have a woman that I've been with, and we about to get married, or we together, and now I have to bring this to her. Well, how do you handle that as men?
This is going to get wild with Knox talk, so let me go first. I'm going to tell a story.
He's a habitual line stepper.
I'm going to tell a story. So imagine this. You're married, and you've been married you dated for 2 years, been married for about 4 years, and you get a call. And it is it's the, what they say, Child Protective Services place. So your name was brought up as the possible father of this 12-year-old child. The mother was, I guess on drugs or something wasn't right, and the kids got taken. You were ordered, and so they were ordered to go to court for a blood test. And they went to the court. They're sitting outside with their lawyer. And they had, and they're married. So when they got the call, and they got sent paperwork that should show you what the child been through, what they had done. I think pictures they sent. And then they sitting there, and hit kudos to the wife. Wife didn't say I'm done, or the wife didn't say this is jacked up, and they're not in a financial position to really do this. So I gave the wife a lot of kudos, because the wife said, well, they're 12, and I ain't meet you for another 6 years. That's something that can happen. And they were reasonable in that way. And so they went, but the way they ended up, they went to court. They were supposed to be getting tested or whatever. And then one of the, I don't know, he said somebody came out of the courtroom. He's sitting there with his lawyer, and they just said, hey, thank you, but you're not needed. You can leave. And he said the jacked up thing was that he had been talking to the caseworker or the social worker, and the social worker was saying, I believe you're the dad. I believe you are. And talking to him and giving him, information about the child. And he had kind of made, settled it in his mind and was thinking about, okay, that's my child. And let me get my mind right and get my heart squared away to make space and bring him in. And they just came out abruptly, he said, and told him, hey, you're not needed. And then he said, I was about to ask questions like, wait. And his lawyer grabbed him and said, hey, come on, let's go. You're not needed.
Let's go.
We're not. It's like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's emotional damage. Like that's.
Go ahead, Knox. Ask your question, Knox.
I got a real question for you.
Go ahead.
If you found out so many years in a child wasn't yours, do you still owe that child a relationship?
My personal response would be yes.
Okay.
Because the child did not create the circumstance.
Okay.
But objectively speaking, I would say no, they don't owe them that.
Okay. Interesting. I was just curious. I think Shawan, to answer your question, I think that if you find out you are responsible for a human being at whatever point you find out, then that human being deserves your attention. Because you never know what the circumstances are one way or another. Now I don't know how, I think from a distance, I don't know how that works to build a relationship after somebody's been absent for so many years. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've never known them or never met them. I will say this. If you've ever known anybody any males, like who have been told a baby was theirs and then they found out it wasn't, the majority times that I've known it's happened to dudes, like the dudes have been very devastated by it, right? Because they thought that they were moving forward and doing something with somebody.
Absolutely devastated, crushed, and they ruined.
And it's funny because one of the things that I kind of think about, and I'm sure I'm being a prisoner of the moment. I do this from time to time, but it put me in the mind frame of like the Maury show, right? Where as like black men, we're painted as the dudes who are dancing around and high-fiving when the baby's not ours, right? You are not the father. I knew it. I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think about that because I don't know how much on television they've shown people who found out they was not the daddy and was hurt by it. But I feel like that is the picture that we got from the media or from television, because you had Jerry Springer, you had Maury, and all these dudes pretty much was, you are not the father. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Knew it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel
that one dude really do a flip. That boy really did a flip.
Well, I'm just saying, I just think that the fact that the damage that does, right?
No, it's a lot more men that are absolutely. Now, you know where, I tell you, if you go to like paternity court, you watch those, there are many of them that find out it's not theirs and they're
devastated. Yeah, there's a lot. You see it. You do see it where they are devastated. It's not their child.
I've seen men that went. I seen a guy. I felt bad because he was so adamant. Like the girl was like, "I'm telling him it's not his. I'm sorry. I was wrong." He was like, "No." She tested it and it was not his. He was crushed that it wasn't his. On paternity court, man, I've seen far more guys that wanted the child to be theirs. And then there's guys that found out it wasn't. And I'm gonna tell you, when you see the guys that are celebrating on the Maury Povich show, is that what it was, right?
Yeah.
The Maury Povich show. A lot of those are scripted and they want it to be that way. But those paternity court will be a little bit more real. Well, and many go ahead.
No, but that was kind of my point, right? Like that is the visual that
we get
served to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, right. black dude, it ain't mine. Ah, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So
that's not
that's
even
all
the
I was
case.
saying.
And you know,
Yeah.
statistic kind of in this realm, statistically speaking, black fathers are very active fathers with their children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many times, I'm gonna tell you, black men, there are far more black men that aren't intimately involved in their children's lives, and it's not by their design or their will. And I think that number 3, they're not allowed to be.
Yeah, we are definitely. I think me and you are saying the same thing. I was just saying that, like, the reality and what is in the
What's
back of my
shown and then
mind.
what's really be
I'm just
going
saying,
on.
yeah,
Right.
like what's in the back of my mind. Like when I think of what I remember seeing, that's what I remember seeing.
Right.
So I'm saying the fact that we both know the reality is different. I just thought that it was interesting.
You know, no,
that
it's
is the
I'm
mental
glad you
picture.
brought that up, Knox. Because I've had, and I'll say this because I don't posture well because I've been over here just holding water. But what is it, Knox?
No, man, I just every once in a while you say something country and I enjoy it. This time it was holding water. I ain't never heard you say I'm holding water. So every once in a while, Wichita Falls kind of just fall out your back pocket.
Man,
and holding water was Wichita Falls.
Holding water, man. I can't hold my water. I couldn't hold my water.
He said, "I don't
I did
posture
not
well."
realize that. Yeah, that's.
It
I
was,
guess
but
that
it was
is
like I don't posture well, and I've been over here holding my water, and
water.
I'm like, figuratively, we can't see your hands. I don't know what's going on. But
no
no,
water.
Gotcha.
No, man, but
that's why I laughed.
like the devastate because I have personally experienced like I personally experienced the pain of finding out your child is not biologically a child. Now, like I said, to me, that's my child. And but I'm, y'all know I'm a sensible person. So under the circumstances, you got to respect the realities of things. But I always told my son, I say, if you need me, call me. And I ain't never put any pressure of any kind of way, because I'm not finna put no pressure on him. So I kind of left that I left that to the Most High and ultimately to him. So long as he knows that I love him, always loved him, and of course I wasn't able to be there like I desired to or wanted to, right? And so but I can tell y'all, the moment of finding that out, I got people in college that'll tell you how like they had to come get me.
Okay.
Like people like, where's Butler? No, didn't stop going to class. I couldn't. It was a really weird, strange place. And I'm just trying to put a face to that. Like, I hope a woman that sees this and gets convicted and does not do this. It ain't simple. It's not. You can't play with people's lives. Like it was bad. Like I couldn't control my emotions. Like, of course I'm a man, so I'm kind of like, it'll be all right. It'll be cool. It ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about in the next moment, can't look at their picture. Then you'd be sad and crying, and then you'd be like, well, forget it. It's. I mean, it was like a roller coaster. It was really crazy. And
so in this situation, was the woman? What was the situation like? Did she make you believe this was your child, and then you were like found out through DNA test that it wasn't, or was it just something where it was?
No, I had I called them. I called them to apologize, and I don't know what I was apologizing for, but I just knew that I wanted to have a good relationship with my children's mom, and so because it was very tumultuous, so they didn't really have my contact information, so any communication was like through family and things like that, and I didn't want it to be that way. So I remember reading, I think I was reading in Mark, I forget the exact chapter, it's in Mark, and it tells you if your prayers and your offerings will not be received or heard by the Most High. If you've wronged someone, you need to make amends. Otherwise, that it's all for naught. And so, being naive, not having mentorship, and doing things you ain't got no damn business, I jumped up and went and called and said, "Hey, man, I know I don't know exactly what I've done for you to feel the way you feel and act the way you act, but I'm sorry, and man, I really want us to be able to get along. We really have to be able to get along for these children, and I want that to be the case." And they said, "Well, I'm glad you called because I got something to tell you." And I was like, "Well, what do you have to tell me?" And then they were, it wasn't like they could just blurted it out. They kind of was having a hard time saying it. And I was like, "Well, what's the matter?" So I said, let me go to the worst case scenario. I said, "Is one of the kids sick?" So I said, let me go process elimination. One of the kids sick? No. Are you sick? Like, are you terminally ill? You found out you got something? I'm like, because damn, my kids ain't gonna have their mama. And she was like, "Nope." And I said, "You finna get married and move away somewhere?" And she said, "Nope." Because I was like, man, people, I didn't see in a situation where a partner, his baby is his child's mother, married an airman, your baby in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I said, is that you finna move somewhere with my children, like somewhere I can't get to them? Like, no. I was like, well, man,
that's a lot of guessing.
No,
right.
Listen, I'm telling you a true story. This happened.
I'm just saying. I'm just.
I said,
I'm observation.
I said, just I don't know what. I said, I don't know what else. I said, you put me on child support? No, but they had. I found that out later. Anyway, and then, I believe, I don't want to misspeak. They may or may not have at the time, but they told me no. And then I stopped, and I'm telling you, man, the Most High gave it to me. It was the Most High, the universe, Allah, Buddha, Hindu, the universe, Brother Rock, whatever it is for you. Because I sat there and I said, "What's the worst?" And I said, "What is ain't not mine?" And they didn't say nothing. I said, "Hey, man, whatever." I said, "Whatever it is, man, you know the Most High." I said, "The Most High, we're gonna be there." And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, yeah, what?" Because I'd asked 16 things. I said, "Yeah, what? What ain't mine?" "Yeah." Now, luckily, I was playing what they call that? Roulette. I was playing roulette and slot machines with the Most High at that moment, because this is just before this is my senior year. I'm getting ready for the
senior year of college.
Yes, getting ready for the your pro day, where the schools come to the school and you work out. And so I'm over there like, I threw away all my flicks. I ain't listening to no rap. Circle. I'm talking about, I literally took every CD, disc, whatever, and threw it in the trash. I'm going to leave clean because I want to get drafted. That's why I was sitting reading my word, listening to John P. Key, Colorblind, over and over again, trying to make deals with the Most High. I'm gonna tell it all.
And then you get that news,
man, and that's what made me jump up and run. Man, don't play. So, it's a right and a wrong way to do things, people. So anyway, that happened, and but at this point, I am. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I have a relationship with the Most High. I was raised in the church, so but being in that mode at that moment kept me calm. I said, well, the Most High. I said, well, okay, the first question I have. What would be the first question you would have, Scotty?
I can't even imagine, bro.
Well, who baby is it?
Thank you, Adrian.
I wouldn't want to.
Well, now we know wires, baby. I get it. I ain't even tripping. Wires. So,
like, well, who baby is it then? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how it's not mine?
Because you know what they said when I asked them. I said, well, the first question. I don't know. All right, okay. But anyway,
so how did she know it wasn't yours, though?
How did she know it wasn't mine?
I'm thinking, like, did she have somebody else test it and it came back?
I'm finna embarrass. No. I'm gonna tell y'all what. I was you know, I was raised to be respectful and a good guy. And the moment they told me they were pregnant, I did not ask like, well, when is it due? Or I didn't even sit and think like the last thing I ever, because even growing up, I didn't want to be a guy that if my girlfriend come to me, I ain't gonna say it ain't mine. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be that kind of guy.
You want to be honorable, be like, okay, I got a child, it's my child. Yeah.
I did. But that was foolish. And let me look in I'm telling anyone looking, if someone says that, it's okay. Ask. If there's any inkling of a doubt, check. And if an older male say, hey man, you need to be sure, listen, because my uncle mentioned it to me. And I said, oh no. They wouldn't do nothing like that. I said they wouldn't play about nothing like that. They're my exact words.
Oh,
Big
wow.
food.
So
yeah, when I say my wisdom comes from trial and error.
It's hard too when you feel like a person is solid and you feel like, oh no, I know it's mine, you know. But I've always told my son though, because I have a son, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if it's not your wife, you know, and you're not 100% sure, like you need to get a paternity test. Like, and if she feels some type of way about it, then
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
That's those her feelings to deal with. She's gonna have to figure out those feelings.
Everybody involved.
But my son needs to protect himself. Absolutely, like he needs to protect himself, and I'm gonna stand on that. Period.
Yeah, and I love her. I love her mom and dad, and I was like, I'm not gonna disrespect them with that. This really went through my mind. I can imagine. I remember where I was standing, looking, and when she told me, and the thought going through my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. And then, but here's the kicker. Let me go and sew it up. So that at that point, they clowned me. You stupid one.
And why you ain't make sure this was just your child?
I can't argue with them.
Yeah.
I can't argue with them at all. Hey, you the stupid one. We hadn't even been together. Remember then? But I didn't even. You know what's that cartoon where they find out they got duped and then Dunce hat come? Oh no, your head turns to a sucker. A sucker. That was your boy.
Yeah, because I know somebody who did that too. Like,
that's why I don't have
the girl got pregnant and he was like, "Oh, it's mine." Didn't come out years later.
Calling myself being honorable.
It's not his child.
That's what I was calling myself being honorable, man. But that
it's like you didn't even do anything to really find out if it was. You just went with it. It was an ego thing too for this person. Like I think it was an ego thing too. Like, oh yeah, I got a child. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my child. You know, and all these years later, it's not even your child. But the funny thing is that this person was being told along the way, like, yo, that's not your child. Yeah. That's not your child, yo. And they just like refuse to like accept and like actually take action to find out until action was taken. And they was like, well, damn, this is not my child. But kudos to that person. They still treat that child like their child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They still.
And I would have. I even said it. I said,
yeah, that's his daughter, and that's that's how he loved her. And I'm like, I respect that because all those years of her life. Yeah, all those years of her life, that's what she thought. Really? Yeah. After the truth came out,
like that. Well, you know, whatever to hurt him. You know what I mean? That hurt because you couldn't hurt me no other way. But with my children, you could hurt me. So,
hey Scott, you ever been in that situation? You ever been accused of being a daddy?
You know, one time I got accused like out of the blue, but it was by somebody I had never even like been. True story. I mean, I got people who can vouch for it. It was like they didn't come to me. They went to like true story. She didn't come to me. She went to Peter Barber. So shout out Peter Barber. She went to Peter Barber and was like, hey, like, and she basically told him like, because she had a son that was like maybe 5 or 6, but she had told him like this his son. And so he thought it was funny because she wasn't
better.
She wasn't very attractive.
No, we're gonna say he knew better.
She wasn't very attractive.
He would never.
I mean, listen, and so what was funny was he laughed when he told me because he was trying to like get me to remember who she was, and I'm like, man, I have no idea who you talking about. And so, but I truly had never met her though. I didn't know her. I had never met her.
So you didn't know her at all?
No. And so
she knew you.
She ended up messaging my mama.
Make that make sense, man.
Wait, she ended up messaging my mama on Facebook.
How she got your mama?
I'm just telling you the
How
story.
How she know your mama name?
This was like, because it was Facebook.
We need to talk, brother.
It was Facebook, bro. This is Milwaukee. A lot of people.
No, I'm just messing with you, bro. Go ahead.
So she messaged my mama on Facebook, whatever, and is like trying to get my mama attention. So by this time, though, because this is maybe like a year or so later, and I'll never forget because she when she called me, my mama called me and she's like, yo, I'm getting messages from this girl on Facebook. And at this time, I think I lived in like California. This was like when I lived in California. So she's like, I'm getting messages from this girl on Facebook. And I'm like, what's she saying? So she tell me like, yo, she's saying she got a son by you or whatever. And I'm like, yo, is her name such and such? And my mama's like, yeah. I said, click on the picture. It's a true story. I told my mama click on the picture. And my mama clicked on the picture and she was like, is this her? And I was like, yeah. And she said, oh, she lying. Shout out to my mom.
My son would never. Yeah. My son would never.
Shout out to Mama Knox.
Here's the thing, right? Like we are what our resume says we are. You know what I'm saying? So my mama knew that, you know, she wouldn't have made
like my baby ain't doing it. My baby a lot of things, but that ain't what he do a lot of stuff, but he ain't doing that.
He ain't pulling that out with no girl.
That was real aggressive, Butler. He do a lot of stuff.
You do a lot of stuff.
Hey, I know we had time, but I'm gonna say this though. In that scenario, my son honor me every day. I ain't never been so proud to be associated and connected to somebody. I'm just proud of him.
That's dope, man. For real.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to regardless still be a father, because
and despite all that we went through, like and I'm gonna tell you, it's not this intimate. Every day was there, but it was a connection that was made, and it's and in the greatest ways has honored me. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll be eternally grateful for it.
That's dope.
That's beautiful. Big. Well, you know, and I know y'all. Beautiful. Shout out to all the fathers. Let's just give a shout out to all the fathers out there. I love y'all.
And the holiday dads, apparently, shout out to us too.
And the holiday dads. All the dads. Okay. All the real dads. All the dads out there.
I got put in the column tonight. I didn't even know.
Well, should I know we was describing you? That's
what I'm saying. I'm like, damn,
I didn't know I had a label up in this joint.
Self-reflection time. This sound like, let me get these characters 1, 2, 3.
No, hold on.
But we know if the situation was different, you would be in that category.
It's nothing wrong with playing your role. Ain't nothing wrong playing your role.
Knox, you are. I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, you are not a holiday dad.
You are a good dad.
I'm gonna tell you, yes, he is, and I'm gonna tell y'all.
Your kids on holidays.
No, I'm not gonna. I know what you're gonna do.
Scott,
that's why
I don't have a problem with it. Why are we stopping and having this talk? I don't know. No reason.
This is a podcast where we have conversations. That's why we're doing it. And here's this what.
If you flip over, hey,
Knox, you can keep it how you want to, brother. You can keep the title if you want to.
Real quick,
but I just want to make this. Can I make this differentiation?
I don't want to cut you off. I just want to slide. This is all I want to say real quick, and I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just saying, if you flip over the back of the box for Holiday Dad, That's what it say on the back of the box. You can feel how I'm just saying. That's what we heard tonight. That's all I'm saying. I'm done, Butler.
Okay. When we talk about holiday dads, I think a holiday dad in the way that it's mentioned is men who don't try or desire to get their children any other time, or even would prefer to have them full time if they could. That's a holiday dad.
That's the difference.
If you get your kids on the holidays because you have a tumultuous relationship and the mother is trying to cause issue or is not cooperative in that way of you co-parenting, and the only time you can is because you had to go to court, and what do? Okay, you get Christmas, you get November, and you're a holiday dad in that way. You're not a holiday dad. You're simply a father who's fighting a battle and limits your access and interaction with your child. So that's the differentiation.
Yes, that's the difference. Thank you for that,
brother.
Right on. And again, Knox is not a holiday dad.
That's fact.
Damn that box he was talking about.
Flip the box over.
Man, I threw that box away.
Okay, muscles.
Hey, flip the box over. Holiday dad coming soon.
I'm gonna leave it alone. He flexed on me. I'm gonna leave it alone, man.
But I do want to say to my followers, to all our listeners and our watchers, if y'all got any crazy stories, any situations in the subject that we was just talking about, DM us and let us know about it. We can talk about it on the show. Let us know because it's a lot of.
It'd be hard to outdo me, so don't feel ashamed. There ain't nothing to be embarrassed about.
Let us know. Keep us in the loop. Keep us going on. Let us know what's going on the ground in the world with the people.
Yeah,
that's
pretty funny.
Keep it funky.
And on that note, y'all, we want to thank you for joining us again for another episode of Is It Wednesday Yet podcast. Do not forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Y'all see mine right below my name. The guys have their same platforms. Remember to follow the BS3 Network and all of the other podcasts that's on this platform. Support them, show them love, give them stars, as we always say. And on that note, we want to wish y'all a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.
Hey, Spotify and iTunes too. Don't forget.
iTunes too. Check us out. Download the Is It Wednesday Yet podcast, y'all. We out there. Download us. Check us out.
Holla.
Holla.
Man, I want it bad. Tashi. I swear a booty got more bounce to the ounce. Yak another card. I maxed out this account. Body from a motherland. Suddenly I peeped her. 20. See everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright.